Yep. All right, green red elves. My first sub to one of my favorite streamers. Well, thank you, Karis. I appreciate that. Hope you're having a good one. Sorry if I missed it. Green red elf. So this is, we played different elf iterations before this latest set was released. Although green red elf specifically has gained a good tool in Stomping Ground. We also have Rhythm of the Wild in here, and then ultimately we have a finisher of Banefire once we draw through a lot of our deck. And we can make lots of mana with not only Marwyn here, but also Growing Rites to make a pile of mana to fuel the Banefire. So let's dive into some games here. We played this on Thursday or Friday last week, and it felt pretty reasonable, so I'm excited to dive back in and see. Yeah, Modern was like night and day different the last time Splinter Twin was legal. Very, very different. We tried Radha in the last build that we played, and she really underperformed. Was not happy to have her. And I don't think the new Craterhoof is better than Banefire. What happened to your sword? That's a good question. Did you ask to get timed out at some point, G. Miller? If you ask to get timed out, the sword goes away. I have to re-add it next time you're here. Probably a mulligan. What's going on, Mentorade? Yeah, Arena's great. Arena is the digital Magic client I've always wanted as someone who's been playing Magic for 2 decades. Our start here is really good. We get to go Elf into Rhythm into double Growth Chamber Guardian. And then this card, hidden in its Zoidberg creature type here, is Elf. So Growth Chamber Guardian will get made larger by Elvish Clancaller. Yeah, we actually just got done playing a Vanquisher deck, and you can find it on my website. Find lots of great standard decks on my website. It's an elf crab, yep. The Simic don't mess around, okay? We got our elf crabs going on. Okay. Okay. And then I'm just going to hang tight for a turn here because next turn the Clancaller comes out. So this gives all of our elves +1/+1. And then we draw a card whenever we play an elf out, which is sweet. I think Beast Whisperer is a win more card in the Vanquisher deck. Vigilance is pretty good here, although we're about to kind of snowball. So I want to lead on this so I can draw the other one out of my hand, my deck here, before I draw into it by mistake. And then we can play Llanowar Elves, which is free because it makes a mana right away because of this. Give this haste. I'm going to go ahead and cast Beast Whisper here, which gets a little bit bigger. So then next turn, we're really going to snowball through our deck. Do I want to attack with these? I don't think that I want to attack with these yet. I think I'm going to wait a turn. Hey, Daryl, thank you very much for the brand new Prime support. I appreciate that. Is there a reason for only 3 Rhythm? I don't know that I have a really good reason. I guess I felt like I didn't need to see it every game. And, like, this deck doesn't leverage multiple rhythms as well as, like, some of the other decks do.
Look how far.
Yeah, we are beginning to snowball here, which is nice. Wow, that attack's aggressive. Okay, that must have been a misclick. You think this deck is competitive? Yeah, probably. So I give this haste, which effectively makes it only cost 1 mana. On YouTube, I've gotten an Amazon Prime. Well, thank you, dear Hulk. I really appreciate that. Thanks for watching the YouTube stuff. Thanks for dropping in to send me some dollary dues. So if I can avoid dying next turn, we should be in a very good spot. What's going on, Perkins? Yeah, this deck's been sweet. Definitely not green red storm. It's funny because it's true. I'm gonna run the no attacks here because I don't want to die when this history pops off. This is incredibly unlucky. Have to discard to hand size. Thank you for the great content. Can you put these towards this Rakdos aggro deck in the queue? Definitely not so wicked. Thanks for the biddies. Awesome, GC. Yeah, the aggro deck that we played felt really reasonable. Collision Colossus. Oh, I can't Banefire them anymore. Rude.
Deliver us to victory.
Were they dead on board? Were they dead on board? They might have been dead on board. I actually hadn't counted. There's a chance that they were dead on board there, but I hadn't actually done the math. Fair's fair. Hadn't actually done the math, but I think there's a chance they were dead on board. Opponent was blocking, so they did the math, right? I think I want all these lava coils here. They have the angels. I don't think I want the collision. Like, I get that they have... Like, collision's not even that good against the angel that makes tokens afterwards. And I don't think I wanted to loot anymore. Remember, this deck is basically a combo deck. Like, someone just referred to this as Green-Red Storm, and that's basically what it is. So I think I want these lava coils. You have a preference between the red X aggro list on your website? I think I like the straight red black better, but I'm not 100% on that. They could have settled. Do we want Spellbreaker? That's a good question. I don't think so. I think I'm going to wait and see. I wonder if this deck would like to play... how much upgrade do you think this is to the green-white version? I think this is the best version of Elves in my experience so far. We played before the red release. We had played green-black Elves, and I liked that build, but this one's definitely grown on me. This hand's lacking a red source, but it's got plenty of good plays. That's Banefire. That's with Llanowar Elves on the left side there. Yeah, the fact that Stream Decker lets you export right from the embed now is great. We played a gate deck. We have not. Ooh. So next turn I'll be able to cast this. Then we'll start drawing cards. No locks. Yikes. Yikes. Hopefully we draw a land next turn and get to jam the banner and then start recovering. Yeah, definitely, Delta. They're really pretty simple improvements. All right, they have Lyra too. Lyra probably means that I want the Colossus collisions rather than these lava coils. Kyo Shine, thank you for the entire year of support. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Would like to knight the Defender of the Realm. Go forth and protect us from Twitch chat. I'm really not a fan of the Priest of the Forgotten Gods. It seems like a win more card that you have a hard time enabling. Alright, one more Llanowar Elf, please. Rats. Yeah, Banefire is how we can kill Lyra. If you sub for a year, do you get mod? Yeah. We're the best moderated channel on Twitch. I think the priest is just too much work for not enough payoff. So if I play this, I still can Banefire the Lyra, so that's good for me. Alternatively, I could adapt this and then still Banefire the Lyra. Okay, let's do that actually, I think. Twitch counting cheated me tonight already, but have us up anyways. Thank you for the 12 months, War Blazer. I appreciate it. This needs 4 creatures to flip. Don't play another Lyra. Seraph, sure. That one's not a big deal. Really not a big deal. Hey, GW player, thank you very much for the brand new Prime support. I appreciate that. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for keeping me employed here. Marwyn is excellent. Okay. This isn't. Remember, this is a game where we got Deafening Clarion on there 4 after R3. Creatures, please. Oh, that's so frustrating. Alright. That's unfortunate. I don't know what Death and Taxes refers to in Standard. Do I want these collisions to kill their Lyras? Probably. I think I probably just don't want these rhythms. I guess want to be more interactive. Although I am on the play this game. Let's split the difference. There's 2 tax cards in Standard. I could have rhythmed the previous turn. Yeah, but then I wouldn't have had a 4/6 up as a blocker. And I wanted a 4/6 to block their 2/3. So I didn't want to take 2 points of damage. Woof. Woof. Awkward. Alright, seems pretty good. Would like to scry into a 2-mana Accelerant here, ideally. If we play an Accelerant on turn 2 and Beast Whisperer on 3, we might be able to run away with the game from there. Yeah, it's between 2 and 250 to get a full expansion on Arena. Okay. Oh, that's dumb. I'm so dumb. I should have adapted this. I was just thinking I didn't have a play, but this card's great. It gives us a play. So I should just have another one of these in my hand that I don't right now. I never really liked the white splash last way. I liked the black splash last season. I've been a big fan of the red splash so far this season. Is there any way to get notification when you start a specific deck? If you follow me on Twitter, I tweet every time I'm starting a new deck. Tweet a picture and a link to the stream. I'm gonna hold on to this Beast Whisperer because there's a good chance it just dies next turn, and I'd like to hold it until I can play a creature immediately after. What was played today? A ton of stuff. This is like the 6th or 7th deck. That'll be up on YouTube tonight. Yeah, Teamer Counters got pushed till tomorrow. You have a favorite deck with RNA? Yeah, the Bant Flash deck we're gonna play next today is my favorite deck right now. For sure. Hey, APR, thank you for the brand new tier 1 sub. I appreciate that. Welcome. Yeah, Duo, you have to either reset the filters or add the land to your deck first. It's a known bug. Does the Bant Flash deck run Nexus? It does not, Perkins. It's a Nexus-less Bant deck. I think we're dead, Chip. I think if I'd have sideboarded a little bit differently, we could have maybe won game 2. Sure he doesn't give you federal holidays? Is it possible that Bant Flash will be tier 1 or 2? I have no idea. Yeah, I don't worry about stuff like that. If you're looking for someone that's going to give you tier 1 and tier 2 decks, you should probably find one of them try-hard streams. This is a Magic for Fun stream. We try and play sweet decks that are interesting here. Warlord's Fury in a blue-red deck. I wonder if they're playing like one of the old-school Phoenix decks. Does a sub count towards a certain deck? My tier 2 and tier 3 subscribers can bump decks in the queue, but tier 1 / Twitch Prime do not get a bump. Just too many of them to keep track of. Thanks for the great content. Can you put this towards Bant Ooze in the queue? Definitely, Frago. I appreciate the biddies. Thanks for keeping me employed here. Correct, Snargle. I know, I stay in my lane. There are a lot of great try-hard streams out there. I am not one of them. We peaked at almost 11,000 concurrent viewers at one point today. It was a new milestone for me. Awesome, never hit 5 digits before. And we've been floating at like 4,000 to 5,000 since then. It's pretty awesome. It's great to see Magic kind of blowing up. Yeah, we were on the front page this morning. I'll be on the front page again next Monday as well. So when they set it up, it was every Monday throughout the end of the year. Yeah, Hex is basically dead. I didn't attack because they have a 2/4 and I have a 3/4, so attacking didn't accomplish anything. I notice you're on Footlight Fiend in the Mardu deck, but have you considered Gutter Bones? Yeah, Tex is the mana fake base. The number of things you need to cast a card like that consistently is pretty high. You have Deckmaster will work for people viewing from the front page. I have no idea. I believe so long as they're using a web browser that supports it. Someone was asking earlier why I was only playing 3 rhythms. Draws like this are a good example of why. You just need a critical mass of actual creature spells, and if you draw too many non-creatures, you're gonna clunk up and die. We're gonna deck out. Hopefully we deck out before we kill them before we deck out. Yeah, generally speaking, in order to cast a colored spell on the first turn of the game, you need 15 sources to do it consistently. The Terramanders explain the Warlord's Fury. Wow, this is an impressive turn. Please attack with everything so I can untap and kill you. Alright, can I kill them this turn? I don't actually know. I believe the answer is yes. Maybe not. I needed a Llanowar Elf, maybe. No, that probably doesn't do it either. Is Clancaller lethal? This is 12. Yeah, we're short. Little bit short. Oh, so close and yet so far away. Would like my collisions and my lava coils, please. They're a little bit faster linear deck than we are, so we definitely want to become interactive here on the draw. Just like try and Doomblade their stuff and stay alive. Are Cindervines good enough? Yeah, maybe Cindervines are like better than these rhythms. That's probably true. Like tags all their stuff. What makes a deck linear? So the best way you can figure out if a deck is linear in Magic is imagine you're playing your deck against a deck of 60 basic lands. If your deck has no dead draws against an opponent who never plays a card and doesn't have any spells, your deck is probably linear. Linear decks are hoping to ignore their opponent and just execute their game plan as quickly as possible. So, good examples of interactive decks are generally control decks or mid-range decks that have things like removal spells designed to interact with creatures, or like counter spells designed to interact with spells in the stack. So when two decks are just like hoping to ignore each other and do their thing, then they're both linear decks, generally speaking. What's going on, Tyler? Depending on what I draw next turn, we might just adapt to this Growth Chamber Guardian. Yeah, Drew Poop, let's do that. So we get to hit them for 4, and then we can play 2/2/2s out the following turn. Hopefully we draw like Beast Whisperer here, so we can turn these 2/2s into some more cards. 4/4s at least do line up well into the size of their Drakes. Like the 4/4s will be able to attack into Crackling Drakes and Enigma Drakes, which is great. Is linear the same as proactive? Linear decks are generally proactive, but not... Linear decks are always proactive, but not all proactive decks are purely linear. Yeah, the Team Ralph deck was sweet. Was really happy with that one. It's a little bit unfortunate to draw the Growth Chamber Guardian when we're going to be able to find the last one next turn. But is what it is. Hopefully we just get to run them down here with our squad of 4/4s. Linear proactive decks are aggro, interactive proactive decks are tempo. Yeah, I think that's a good description. Like tempo decks generally have removal and discard or counter spells and something like that. It's a good distinction. I would say linear decks have very few decisions. I think that's not true. I think people like to say whatever deck they don't like losing to has very few decisions, but in reality, most Magic decks have pretty plentiful decisions. Love me like Legacy loves Force. Serious note, keep up the great content. Dealer's choice. Will do, Lebo. Thanks for the 3 months. I appreciate it. So they're planning to just kill me next turn. Is that lethal? That's lethal, right? It's exactly lethal. It's 8 and then fireball you for 4. It's good beat. Don't mess with my crabs. The crabs are coming. Got some more bits for my black-red Isrith deck. Thank you, Sal. I appreciate it. Can you explain the appeal of the ranking system? I don't understand how people can be proud of jamming tier 1 decks over an excessively large number of games. Well, here's the thing about the ranking system that a lot of people don't get about things on the internet. Not everything online and in Magic Arena needs to appeal to every person. If you personally don't gain satisfaction out of grinding the rank system, don't grind the rank system. There's plenty of people that doesn't appeal to, and just because it does appeal to some people doesn't mean the way they're trying to play Arena is wrong. It just means they enjoy something that's different from the things that you enjoy. Let people like things. So it's okay to let other people like things that you don't like and vice versa. This hand's great. Sign me up. There are a lot of people that like watching that number go up. I agree. It makes people feel like they're working towards something. We have not played Bant Flash. So the way my stream works, I always try and plan out in advance what we're going to be playing throughout the course of the day. So decks, as we play them, I remove them from the stream channels. Like, for instance, this is the 6th or 7th deck we've played today. And then I take them all off as we go. So Bant Flash is going to be the last deck that we play today. It'll be up after this one. Probably about 45 minutes or so. Yeah, if you watch on my YouTube channel, the last time we played this deck, we played Grand Lord Rada in it, and she wasn't very impressive. That's pretty sick, Delta. I don't think we're anywhere near that close last time I checked. Nah, I think maybe that's true in some games when they're just getting started, Jiaofu, but like, that's not something that really attracts a lot of people in. I don't think, at least not in my experience. Yeah, take one for killing my elf. Feel bad. Alright, so there's only 2 things in here, so I think I can play this Beast Whisperer and not have it die to the Beacon Bolt next turn. A Johnny with Zoidberg is silly. That's probably worth exploring. It's similar to how Rhythm works well with Zoidberg, right? Okay, so if they hit a land here, they can Beacon Bolt my Beast Whisperer. Seems pretty reasonable. I'm back! Dauber, thanks for the 4 months. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me employed here. Did they discard another bird? They did not. So they're probably getting the bird back this turn. And then I'm going to Lava Coil it. Then my Beast Whisperer will likely die next turn. Is this front page or a 4.2 on a normal day? We've been about 2,000 on a normal day with the Arena Hype, but this is front page residuals. We got up to 11,000 this afternoon. All right, so here's the question I have to ask myself. Do I want to draw another card with this Beast Whisperer before it dies to Beacon Bolt, or do I want to Lava Coil their bird? I think I want to draw an extra card here, because this is like almost certainly dying next turn. Getting the pressure of their health total here is a little bit nice, because the Cindervines is slowly chunking away at them too. Really? Okay, so they're just trying to race me. I wonder if they still have... They could have like land Lava Coil here. How the Teamer deck felt good again today. It was the second time we played the Teamer Vanquisher deck, and I've liked it both times so far. Interesting. No maximized velocity there is very good for us. Really happy that I saved the Lava Coil since the streak came down. Definitely have to kill this one. Hopefully we don't get Spell Pierce or Dovin down here. Alright, sweet. So we get to attack them for 3 here. Another Drake, yep. So I've got... Oh, they're gonna kill my Beast Whisperer. That's unfortunate. Then I'm dead on board. Yep, so have to draw a removal spell here. If we draw one of our 7 removal spells, 6 removal spells, we're probably gonna win the game. Oh, we're not exactly dead, I suppose, huh? If they draw land next turn, we're not dead. Alright. 1 brick, please. Yeah, creature does it too. Yeah, that's lethal. Good game, opponent. That's close. Needed then to draw a creature or a land there. Draw an Enigma Drake specifically or a land there. Cindervine, reasonable for a modern sideboard? Yeah, I think so. I think it's reasonable. If we hasted and swung all, how do we haste? I didn't have a rhythm in play. That was a Cindervines in play. Adapting would have been +3 damage. I believe my opponent was at 5 when they died, so no. Every red green enchantment gives haste, right? Okay, pretty good. Let's stand up, enjoy the ride, chat. Yeah, thanks, Caboose Man. Definitely stayed up a solid amount since the front page this morning. No, I don't think I'd make any changes after we played today. You'll be able to catch the replay on YouTube later tonight if you want to assess for yourself. Someone said if you click through to the Stream Decker page, it will let you import it correctly. There's some kind of bug with the Stream Decker widget on the actual stream. I think I'm gonna do this to start. Still, maybe I should have let on the nurturer there. We're playing some kind of dinosaur deck. If they don't have another removal spell here, I am going to just get to start cranking out Elvish Clancallers, which is probably going to be good enough. This card activates with 6 mana to find a copy of itself. Looks like that's about to die, though. It's very possible I should have let on Nurturer to try and beat a removal spell so the Beast Whisperer then became more likely to stick. Hey, Sedakiba, thank you very much for the brand new Prime support. There's a lot of great people you can give that to on Twitch every month. Thanks for supporting mine here. A lot of cheap red removal. Yeah, we had another donation for elves. Alright, well, I'm glad I have Banefire to kill the stupid Tendershoe Triad. Opponent's deck seems interesting. A lot of reasonable cards in it. That card. Tendershoe could very quickly run away with the game. We are currently getting run down by this Thrashing Brontodon, but not that big of a deal. We're coming up on the 9-hour mark for being live, so I should probably restart Arena after this before the audio goes Mr. Roboto. If we can make it to the end of the match without it. If it Roboto's mid-match, I'll kick it mid-match. Domo Moregato, Mr. Roboto, What's your theory on why you get more viewers than other streamers? I mean, I don't get more viewers than every other streamer. We've got a good chunk today that's in large part to being on the front page recently, but overall, I don't have that many more than, like, you know, people like Savitz and Nox and Caleb Durward both consistently have more than I do. Savitz probably does too. How often does the deck queue get updated? The deck queue gets updated at the end of every stream. So if you sent in bits for a deck yesterday and they didn't get added to the stream, you should send me an email from the address that, or letting me know when the bits were donated and from what account. Because sometimes I do miss them. Especially if you cheer for a deck and don't put a link to the deck in your thing. I occasionally miss them. Because it's hard to track. I have to, like, guess and check. Or maybe if you didn't put it, I had to guess and guessed wrong. Thanks, Caboose Man. Man, really interesting build on the opponent's part. Like a red-green token style deck. So I get to do this. this. I get to do this and go get another Crabman. Maybe I should wait to do this until... No, if I wait to do this, they could throw a Goblin at it. How would you rate Teamer Pot after today? I don't know. If you made me pick a number, probably somewhere in like the 6 to 7 range. They play janky decks and enjoy playing Magic. Yeah, I agree. Like what I describe, like what I do here, like I think appeals to a lot of people. Like this is basically a competitive casual stream, which is that like we're not solely focused on getting every maximum win percentage, but we like doing interesting things. But we're trying to do our best and play our best Magic possible while doing those interesting things. I think that's why a lot of people play games like Magic, right? They play it because it gives them a way to like express themselves in a way. Hey, let me Pikachu. Thank you very much for the brand new Prime support. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for shipping that this way this month. Grab the last one here. Am I gonna play this out? If I play this out, they could throw a Goblin at it. So I'm gonna hang tight on playing this just yet. Yeah, we dropped off a good chunk after we were off the front page. A lot of those were just front page viewers, but a lot of people stuck through. We picked up more people throughout the Magic channel through the course of the day. Honestly, I'm surprised we've stayed above 4K for this long. Jun Judith went back into the queue. I had a couple people donate to push that one back. Occasionally, if people make really large donations up to $100, I let them reorder my queue for that day. But usually we don't have a lot of those, which is, you know, for a reason. But we had a few of them today. People were celebrating the 10K hit. So they can throw Siege Gang plus a Goblin to kill the Beast Whisperer, but I think I'm okay with that. You prefer red-green Dino deck to this Elf one, is that correct? No, not at all. Or wait, are you referring to the Rhythm deck? Maybe? I don't know. They do different things. This deck is like an aggro combo deck, whereas like the mid-range deck is a mid-range deck. It's like a monster-style deck. So we're kind of ahead on board right now. What's the mid-range Rhythm deck? You can find that deck and many others on my website, jeffhoagland.com. Click standard decks at the top. Hey, Kenesai, thanks for the 8 months. I appreciate the 2/3 of a year. Don't catch many live streams or join the new decks. Well, thank you for the continued support. I'm glad you enjoy the YouTube stuff. How do you win? Well, you either win by going really wide by putting a bunch of elves into play, or you can win by casting a giant Banefire. This seems like a win for me. Sure. Might as well decline. Don't have any more of those to go get. Clancaller, if it survives, is going to take the game over very, very quickly. It finds another Clancaller for the next 2 turns, because I already have one dead. We've not played Land Destruction since the new set came out. We're probably going to get to it on Thursday or Friday, I'd imagine. Yeah, the opponent just can't answer the Elvish Champion and recognizes that it's going to snowball the game and run away with it very quickly for us. I don't know that I have anything to change here. I guess Collision Colossus is pretty bad in this matchup. They don't seem to have flyers. I'll board in like 1 Lava Coil. But I think like my main linear game plan seems fine here. Seems very reasonable. Maybe Domri is slightly better than Vanquisher's Banner, just because Vanquisher's Banner dies to their silly dinosaur. But I could probably draw a couple cards with this most games before it dies, so let's just leave it. No, there aren't any new cards for red-white. Uh-oh. The audio's doing its thing. I'm gonna kick this real quick. Enjoy the sponsors for a hot second. These people are great. Buy their stuff. These people also great. Buy their stuff. Back to your regularly scheduled arena. I've never mentioned a preferred Drake's List Pikachu. In fact, I've explicitly said I don't have one. What a salesman. I do what I can. Bob, doling out the sub gifties. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thanks for keeping me employed here. This hand's a little bit slow, but I think it's keepable. Thank you for the support, Bob. Realize that you aren't playing Steel Leaf Champion because this is more of a this is like a combo deck first and an aggro deck second. So like Steel Leaf Champion's just a big dumb beater, whereas the other cards in this deck synergize with the combo aspect of what you have going on. So opponent was looking like they were going to have an aggressive start, but then they don't actually have any lands. So they basically just paid mana for their second and third land drop. So we're kind of keeping up here. If they want to kill Rhythm with the Brontodon, I'm okay with that, because then I get to Vanquisher's Banner them down the line. Gotta show some love. Remember 1K consecutive viewers was big? You're not wrong, Bob. It's been a wild start to the year. Can you adapt with adapt on the stack? You can. The second adapt won't give you counters, but you can use the second one to respond. Opponent did miss 3 damage. Yeah, so worth noting, my opponent probably should have attacked with their Brontodon before doing the thing. Banefire, rude. Wonder if they have a lightning strike here too, they can kill Beast Whisperer. Wow. Way to police my fun opponent. So I'm gonna go ahead and play Vanquisher's Banner here and name Elf. And then next turn we'll be able to go Beast Whisperer, draw 1 card, land, Clancaller, draw 2 cards. Just gas right up here. What are Elves doing? They're going pretty well, Nivik. Had some close games. Can we swap the... I don't have full art Llanowar Elves. Mid-range decks. I don't know. We don't really know where the format's going to end up at. Coons with the sub gifty. Thank you very much, Coons, for the support. Enjoy, Snargle. So this thing makes a mana and then eventually turns into a dragon. It's an interesting card. 3 mana ramp spells are a little awkward, though. This deck doesn't seem on par with Vanquisher. It's doing different things. The backup plan in this deck is probably a little bit worse than the giant flying things backup plan that Vanquisher has. What do you got? Do they have more removal? The Beast Whisperer being a 4/5 here dodges a lot of their red removal. Although I guess if they have a Banefire, they could Banefire it for 5. Yeah, that's funny. So I have 7 mana total here. I think I'm just going to go ahead and... I'm going to go ahead and get my Nurturer going rather than playing... Like, I could play this Banner and then draw 2, but I think getting the Nurturer going is better here. Especially with the Banefire in my hand. It sucks that I bricked off, though. Feels a little bit mediocre. What do you think is more profitable for WotC? Probably Arena. There's no upfront cost other than the development and the server stuff. Probably it's got to be less than like producing a physical product if I had to venture a guess. How does deck feel compared to last season's Grey Black Elves? I like it a lot. It has a better combo aspect with the Banefire, as opposed to like trying to use Assassin. Mr. SO, thank you very much for the brand new Prime support. Welcome. Opponent's had enough. Now, I think I'd rather just get my extra mana going and draw some cards. Because, like, remember, fetching a Clancaller with the Clancaller in play doesn't trigger my banner. Coons with the second sub gift. Thank you very much. This hand wants a Llanowar Elf, but don't they all? Oh no. Basic Mountain. Chris Clay was in the chat earlier, so I can only assume he's sitting at Watch the Office stacking my deck right now. Can only assume that that's what's going on. Hey, what's going on? -3 card. Yeah, we're about 2/3 done with this deck. We're gonna do one more after this. Got an awesome viewer count from the front page burst this morning, so riding it out. Rude. Land, please. House. Have a good one, Maxon. Have a safe trip home. How has Growing Rites been? We actually haven't really gotten to use Growing Rites yet. The idea was that it could be a way to power up our Banefires, but it hasn't come to fruition yet. We played against a lot of removal heavy decks. We haven't played the Teamer Counters deck yet. I think they're probably just going to kill whatever I play out here, so I'm just going to go ahead and play the Growing Rites out, rather than play into a removal spell. Flash soon, about half hour maybe. Yep, that's bird. Give him the horns. How dead is this Beast Whisperer? What are we working with here? Very dead is the answer. I think I just do this. Roscoe nabbed it. Looking for a good but fun standard list. What are my favorites so far? Bant Flash, Black White Angels, and Red Black Aggro are some of my top picks. I highlighted a bunch of. I actually updated my website yesterday with all current deck lists for that we've been playing so far that I liked. So you can check all those out there for sure. Probably did here, just kind of got picked apart on the draw. I definitely think that the assessment of this deck's backup plan is worse than the pod deck's backup plan is very true. Just like when we're getting picked apart by removal, this deck struggles a little bit more. Its backup plan tries to be more synergistic, so it has a little bit harder time when it's not executing its combo style draw. Like black-red control here from the opponent. We've not played Mardu Angels yet. What do you think would line up well into mono red? I'm honestly not sure offhand. You probably want something that gains a bunch of life. So this is definitely a Domri matchup to try and generate some extra card advantage. They had Phoenix, but Collision's not good against that. Lava Coil might be better. Esper Control has a great time against Mono Red. If you build your deck very specifically to be good against Mono Red, I might believe that, but I think I'd be pretty surprised on average if the Esper deck that has a bunch of shock lands in it and kind of an inconsistent mana base is going to be good against the really efficient deck. Need Cindervines for theater? Nah, I don't think so. It seems fine. How dead is this Guardian? Very dead. No, not really. So Growing Rites helps you ramp up your Banefires into being lethal. It also adds consistency and helps you like find your Beast Whisperers more often and things like that. So it adds consistency in a couple different ways. Bant Flash got cut into today and wasn't in the deck queue, so it's currently just in my deck editor. It was not sitting waiting to be played. Someone added it today. So we're actually going to try a couple new things with it. That's a phenomenal draw. We're going to try a couple new things with the archetype today. Getting to double draw off the first one here is really good. Well, our board's good against Ritualists, which is nice. Next turn. Alright, deal. Alright, deal. You can find one of the older banned flash lists on my website. I'm still trying lots of different things. Just a bunch of instant speed banned cards though, basically. I think Grixis Control is still valuable. I think something Dragon's Base is probably pretty good. Got like Nicol Bolas and Sarkhan and Thought Erasure and stuff. Are you talking about an article that you want to read proportions for 3-color decks? Yeah, this is Frank Kirsten's Mana Math article. You can find that on Channel Fireball. Kind of the go-to guide for figuring out how many colors of different sources you need in Standard. It's pretty good. Do I like to play the best of 3 construction event ever? No, not really. I prefer to just play in the traditional queue so I can like make small changes to decks in between matches if I need to. I also don't really care about earning prizes, which is the main reason to play in the events. I assume this is dead. It's my personal favorite control deck. Probably Jeskai. We played a little bit of Esper and I wasn't particularly happy with that. So I assume they have Lava Coil or something here since they didn't kill Nurture at my end step. Really, that's interesting. Okay. I think I'm gonna go ahead and down tick this just in case they have a Bedevil and they weren't casting it on her.
Maybe I'll hang on to these, if that's all right.
Yeah, sweet. Good stuff. Bedevil my divination. God bless. Thanks for being here, Trip Think. Hope you get your coding done relatively quick. Alright, so need to Lava Coil the crap out of that one. So I play this here, and then I tap this for 2, and play... Growth Chamber Guardian, and then I'll Lava Coil Siege Gang so they can't throw stuff at my dorks. And then next turn we can Beast Whisper and start drawing cards here ideally. I think they held the Bedevil because this like isn't a huge threat on its own and they wanted to kill my more impactful card like Beast Whisper. Like they conceded the last game because Beast Whisper went unchecked. This is like a must answer card. Well, this gets individually large on its own. This card just creates an insurmountable card advantage for the opponent. So if they kill Beast Whisper here, we're still ahead. And if they can't kill Beast Whisper, we're going to win the game on the spot, basically. I'm only blocking like this because if they have a shock, I don't want the Beast Whisperer to die. And they showed us they had shock in previous games. So I'd like to play around that. Alright, so what do we got here? I'm gonna go ahead and do this, and then Domri. And then I'm gonna go ahead and Domri plus for mana, play Incubation Druid with Riot, and then put a 1/1 counter on it. So that way it makes 3 mana next turn. Yeah. So this doesn't care how it got the 1/1 counter to determine whether or not it can make extra mana. So now I have 4, 5, 6, 7, I have 8 mana in play, so I can like Clancaller, activate Growth Chamber Guardian, which is nice. I'm gonna go ahead and double block here now. If they have shock, they have shock. I just don't want this to work. I didn't attack because I want to block their stuff. Fiery Cannonade, okay. Alright, that's really good. Well, this This mana can be spent on non-creatures. It's just if it's spent on creatures, it does a thing. So I can play the banner out here, which is sweet. And we know they don't currently have a Bedevil, because if they did, they would have killed Domri. So I'm gonna go ahead and plus Domri and make a green, and then use that with this, and give this haste. Maybe. Yeah, probably haste. Perfect. Ding, ding, ding. Yep, Banefire is in fact an ooze. I have 2 mountains in my mana base, which makes Steel Leaf less appealing. Also, like, Steel Leaf just doesn't play into our combo game plan really well. Wow, are they just racing? CJ Commander, okay. Yeah, I guess they're just racing. I mean, now I just hit this, right? There's, like, no way they ever beat that.
No more getting pushed around.
No more getting pushed around. So this is gonna flip over right away here too. So this is gonna flip, and this being the 6th creature means that I can activate a Clancaller this turn after this transforms. This thing tramples too, that's pretty good. Uh-oh, sounds like my monsters are home. We might have a Decklist cameo here in a hot second. They scryed to top, that can't be good for me. Sure. So we'll get another token here at the end of their turn. And then we might just have a Mathis for blockers moment here. I'm gonna get another blocker at my end of turn, so I might as well attack with everything here. Figure it out. Any great animation from Allegiance? The Black-White Angel is a great animation. Seraph of the Scales, yeah, that's the one. We've not played any Thousand Year Storm really on this stream. Alright, they're down to 2. They are flipping their treasure map this turn, so we'll see how that goes for us. We get another Domri token. The worm animation is good as well. Agree with that for sure. Even if they find like a sweeper here, my Domri beast at end of turn kills them. I guess if they have like a Banefire, I could die here. Nope, just nothing. Alright, sweet. I'm gonna run to the restroom really quick, and when I get back, we're gonna play one more match with the Elves, then we're gonna roll into Bant Flash to wrap things up. Thanks everyone for hanging out today, I appreciate it.
Okay, what should we do next? I'm not tall enough. Maybe we should click this button. What button should we press? They said I should press the delete button.
Delete button. Oh no.
The delete all decks button.
Don't do that one. Don't encourage my wife to do bad things. Chat, come on now.
There's a crooked thing in the background.
Your panels are a little bit higher on the side over here. Maybe not. I'm pretty sure that they're right. It's okay. I love
Well,
you.
they're jerks.
I love you anyways.
You're all
the-
fired.
You're all fired. When's the next Paper Magic tournament? In general or for me? In general, there's a standard Star City Games Open this weekend in Indianapolis, Indiana.
I can't take them off or they'll rip.
Yeah, it's fine. They'll just be crooked.
No. I'll buy new ones.
I'll buy new ones. I'm going to keep this. We're on the draw. Obviously, we'd like a red source, but it stands pretty good if it hits a red source. Just leave them for now. They're going to be okay, I promise. Can we get a new kind of chat? Those don't exist on Twitch. I can't watch the stream anymore. Yeah, might just have to take them all down.
Just tilt your camera a little, they'll never notice.
They'll never notice. Do we rhythm here? Think I rhythm? Might be better to nurture, actually. I feel like this is just gonna die. I think I'm supposed to do this. Deal. Come at me. Let's get Lania. Let's get Lania. Do 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 do. Do I want a rhythm now? Think I'm gonna rhythm now. The panels are straight, it's the ceiling that's lopsided. So if they attack with all of these, I'm just gonna take 5 this turn. Gross. Wow, that's good. They get to kill Marwyn, kill my elf, and draw a card. It's kinda sick. Seems good. Alright. Take two. Let's get some Lava Coils in my deck. Let's cut this collision. Let's cut these rhythms against the aggro deck. Yeah, let's split the difference here. I'm mad at you, Growing Rites. I'm cutting 2 of you. Found your huge tracts of land. I think MTGA will actually let you just buy wild cards. It does let you buy wild cards. Every 6 booster packs you buy, you get 1 guaranteed rare wild card. So you can, in fact, buy wild cards. It's just not a straightforward wild card listed in the store. Buy 1 wild card, get 6 booster packs free. There's actually 2 wild cards, right? You get an uncommon and a rare. Sounds like not amazing, but I think it's in the range of keepable here. It feels a little bit bad not having a Ramp Dork in our opener when we have like 12 Ramp Dorks in our deck, but eh. When you install Arena, if you don't select an avatar at the start, it rotates every game. Perfect. Oh, opponent stumbled also. God bless. Okay. Do you have a way to kill the Nurturer? You do not. That bodes well for me. Land here would be a good draw. Druid of the Cowl. I play Druid of the Cowl, it pumps this up to a 3, which means this can be cast this turn still, which is nice. So now if they have a removal spell, they have to choose, do they want to kill a Nurturer, or do they want to kill Beast Whisperer? We have 2 high impact cards in play. Yeah, Time Taker's a really powerful card. Definitely like that one a lot. Cast this to start, draw a card. Cast this, draw 2 cards, have 3 floating mana. Yeah, I agree. I like Arena's economy a lot. The fact that they addressed the 5th card issue was the only major issue I had with it. What are my thoughts on captive audience control decks? They seem weird. There's a captive audience Jund deck in my queue that we're gonna get to sometime soon. Well, hopefully we draw an elf next turn so we can go banner in to draw more cards. What's the 5th card issue? So, the 5th card issue in Magic Arena refers to what happens when you open a 5th copy of a card that you already have 4 of. So previously, they just went towards this vault progress, but now your rares and your mythics, you just can't open a 5th copy of a card that you already have 4 of. It just gives you a different rare or mythic you don't already have a complete playset of, which is a very elegant and nice fix. All right, any creature here would be good. Fantastical. Y'all ready to ball up? Shall we? Shall we ball? Your commons and uncommons still give vault progress. Yeah, we're done here. All right, run it back, run it back. These are exactly the types of decks that you expect to draw lots of cards in Magic the Gathering, right? The green and red creature decks. Thanks for bringing it out through the end of the stream today. I appreciate it. So I still got about 3,700 people in here. This is gonna be our last game with the Elf deck, and then we're gonna wrap up with Bant Flash. But don't worry, I'll be back again tomorrow. We'll be doing starting Arena probably about 10 or 11 a.m. Doing a bunch more Standard. I also have a ton of great Standard content on my YouTube channel and my website, so you check that out as well. Has Rada been considered? Yeah, the first time we played this deck on Friday, we had copies of Rada in it, and she just really wasn't impressive. We ended up cutting her from this build. Yeah, I agree, Bob. Some kind of back credit for all of us that had spent money already would have been nice. Any new decks tomorrow? Every single day. You can always check the deck queue on my website to see what's going to be coming up. However, keep in mind that it's going to be a little bit backlogged until after I'm done streaming tonight. So after I finish streaming, I get everything formatted, uploaded to YouTube, and then I do updates to the deck queue. So about for about an hour or so after I'm done streaming, the deck queue will be current. You can see what's going to be coming up tomorrow. I think the Creator Hip style card is probably just worse than playing Banefire. We did not get to blue-white aggro today. We had a bunch of people donate to cut other things in. That got pushed off by some cuts, and it'll probably happen tomorrow. Katachu with the brand new Prime Support. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thanks for keeping me employed here. So it's impossible to automate, Bob. The reason why it can't be automated is because it'd be extremely expensive to automate and still require a lot of human checking. Now, the 25% rule of thumb for swap partitions is, like, really old and, like, doesn't apply to, like, modern computers that, like, have plenty of RAM. Sorry, Bob, to answer your question, when people donate for decks, they don't always flag them in the same consistent manner. So, like, in order to automate it, it would require that I be very picky and specific about how people donate for decks, and you don't want to make life hard for the people that give you money. That's my golden rule. Make life easy for the people who want to pay you. So I do a little bit of extra work to keep it manual, so that way it's convenient for people sending in donations and bits. Thanks for being here, Orange Drew. So that's gotta die. This card's real good when they get a bunch of creatures going. Thankfully we have this Banefire. Wish more businesses held that view. Yep. I guess it is technically after dark. 5:30 is dark here in the Midwest this time of year. I felt a little embarrassed. So you know how we had, if you were watching Saturday morning, I had some random connection issues. The issue actually ended up being my router, I'm pretty sure. So I went into my router and ran a firmware update on it for the first time in forever. And one of the bug fixes listed in the firmware release notes was fixed sporadic connection slowdown. So I was like, oh, yeah, that's probably a good one to install. Because that's exactly what was happening. Have you noticed your view numbers increasing after Arena started open beta? Yes, drastically. So I've been streaming full time for almost a year now, and when I started streaming full time, I was just doing Magic Online, and the numbers have kind of exploded with the addition of Arena. So even today, like my average Magic Online viewer numbers is somewhere between like 600 to 1,000, whereas like Arena has been like 1,500 to 2,000. All right, what are we doing? So Green Red Elves, just to talk about this, I don't know. So like there's like 4 slots in this deck that I don't know what I want to do with. And honestly, maybe a couple people have been asking about Steel Leaf Champion. It's very possible that these 4 slots should just be Steel Leaf Champion. Playing Steel Leaf Champion helps with our backup plan. Like Growth Chamber Guardian plus Steel Leaf Champion might be enough of a beatdown to like be worth including. But these 2 cards were a little bit mediocre. Growing Rites was a little bit clunky. We even bricked with it at one point. So I'm not really sure what I would do there. Honestly, even 3 Rhythm of the Wild might be too many too. Like this card's good, but getting them in multiples in this deck is less good because you don't have big fatty monsters. Yeah, I think Steel Leaf Champion's fine. We have 20 green sources. We have 20 green sources plus Llanowar plus Druid plus Incubation. So like we're probably casting